Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my very special first guest, if you don't mind. She is the founder of Visionary Marketing based here out of Atlanta, Georgia. Her company provides direct, specific marketing consultation for businesses looking to energize their marketing edge. She's also the author of books like Platinum Dreams and The Promise, as well as creator of Inspire to Dream, a ministry that teaches others to live life with a purpose. Please, without further ado, please welcome to the show, Miss Jacki Kash. Jacki, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Clark. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we are glad to have you, Jacki, in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been looking so forward to getting to know some information I hope you're going to give us.
Okay.
Now, listen, you're originally from Flint, Michigan. All my Michigan people in the house, shouts out. How did you make your transition, by the way, to the South? I always got to ask.
Well, I had been coming to Atlanta for some time and had made some connections down here, and, I deemed it to be an environment where a person could grow both personally and professionally, and I just loved coming down here, loved the weather, and so I made a decision that this is where I wanted to be, and I started making preparations in order to move, and I did it.
Now, how did I know the weather had a little bit to play? Because, my family, parts of my family is from Detroit and Inkster, so I understand about that Michigan weather. It's ridiculous at times.
Yes, blizzards and everything.
I know, and everything is, you don't even want to know, ladies and gentlemen, what everything stands for. Hey, Jacki, I noticed while reading up on you and your company that your faith inspires you in everything you do. Is that correct?
Definitely.
See, I knew that. Where did you find, I won't say that because that can be vague. How did faith become such an important part of your life? Now, everybody says it, but not a lot of people live by it. So, and that's one of the things I noticed that you most certainly do in everything you do.
Yes, so faith became a part of my life actually when I became born again back in 2002 and began following some dynamic teachers and just beginning to learn that anything that you really want to accomplish in life, you cannot accomplish without faith. So you have to have a belief in God. You have to believe that He really is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him, and I just began seeking God about the plan and the purpose that He had for my life, and as I began seeking Him and living according to His Word, He began to unfold that plan to me, and so I've just been walking in it from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You developed a very keen sense to do one thing that I always tell people they have to do. You listened. You heard Him and you listened. So hats off to you. And your inspiration to others. I want to talk about your first, or just your books, real quick. Platinum Dreams and Promise, which is how to get from I believe to I receive. I love that subtitle. I love it.
Thank you.
When were you, by the way, bitten by the writing bug?
I was bitten by the buzz. I can't even remember what age, because I just remember back when I was a little girl writing about what was going on in my life, and it wasn't that much back then, but I would just write about family members, and this is what I was experiencing in my life and at school. So I had to be maybe 8 or 9 years old when I first began writing.
Wow. Now that's back in the day. And then at some point you not only took that, what would, I guess, others would call practice time or learning your craft, and you said, you know what, I'm going to develop my own publishing company, and you put your own books out. Again, stepping out on faith.
Yes, because I've always been a type of person where, even when I used to rap, I never wanted to be signed to a label. I wanted to be in charge of the label. And, I was bitten by the entrepreneurship bug, too, when I was a youngster and used to go out and sell sunshine sales cards. So I always wanted to be in charge of what I was doing. And I felt like, why sign to a label or why sign to another publishing company? I like to learn things from the inside out and then produce my own things and, see where that leads me. Absolutely.
Now, one of the books is a fictional novel, and the other is, if I'm not mistaken, more of a nonfiction inspirational book. Is that right?
That's correct.
Give us a little recap of both Platinum Dreams and Promise.
Okay, Platinum Dreams is a fiction novel based on a female who's an aspiring singer, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to get into the music industry. And during the course of trying to get into the music industry, she actually connects with a wolf in sheep's clothing. So the book is about the journey that she has to take to not only get out of his clutches, but to also realize her dream. And that's based on, loosely, on a situation that I went through and trying to produce my own music and, just connecting with people in the music industry. And I just took one specific character that I met and said, well, what would happen if this situation just went all the way to the left? And I just used that as inspiration for writing Platinum Dreams.